In this video, we're going to cover all the report filters. Filters allow you to narrow down problem hands so you can review the hands and learn from mistakes. The currently applied filter is always at the top. Whether you're new to poker software or not, start by using the quick filters. I'm going to click 3-bet, then HM3 places the did 3-bet equals true filter in the autocomplete form. Now my entire report is only displaying hands where I 3-bet. Quick filters and save filters are stackable, so don't hesitate to save out any filter you create for quick access later. We have the 3-bet filter applied. Now let's add the all in on the turn filter. We're viewing hands where I 3-bet and went all in on the turn now. So we know how a filter is displayed. I'm going to show you how the new autocomplete filter form works. Let's go ahead and clear the filter. Now type in THR for 3-bet and select did 3-bet. Select the equal sign, then choose true and apply the filter. Did you notice how Hold'em Manager always gave me suggestions on how to build the filter? Once you have a solid understanding of all the report filters, you'll be saving filters and creating filters in the autocomplete form, saving you time. Right next to the clear filter button is the save filter button. You can save any filter you create and it will be placed in the quick filter section here for quick access later. We now know how quick filters and how the filter autocomplete form works. Let's dive into the main filter editor now. Date range and game type can be found here, but the meat of filters are found in the filter editor. I'm going to cover some of these sections fast because they're very basic, but I'll slow down on the more complex filtering techniques. Game details is one of the basic sections that I'm just going to skip. Common filters is very similar to the quick filters, but it also allows you to include hands that you've marked or tagged for review. Now before we go any further, you want to use the least amount of filters possible to return the hands you want to review. Why? If you build a really complex filter, odds are no hands will be returned because you've set too many specific parameters that filtered out every hand in your database. Position and action allows you to place the hero and villains in specific positions on the table. Let's build a quick filter here. I'll say the button is me, the hero, and I 3-bet. We'll say the cutoff is the first raiser, and since I already said I'm the 3-better, I'm going to leave the action facing the hero blank and leave the pre-flop pot as any. Once I apply the filter and open a hand in the replayer, you'll see that I'm on the button and the cutoff raised and then I 3-bet. Versus player lets you return hands versus a specific opponent. Showdown and hand info lets you set stack sizes for the items on the top, and you can press the buttons for saw showdown, one hand, and split pot, all pretty basic. The date filter is also very basic, so we'll just skip that. Hold'em hold cards is pretty simple. We can click the hand map for specific hands, select all, select none. We can also use the filters on the right to quickly select common filtered hands. Omaha hole cards is a bit more complex. You can filter by hole cards and how paired they are, how suited your hand is, wraps, and texture. The custom field allows you to narrow down hands in great detail. Type 20% and Hold'em Manager will return the top 20% of Omaha starting hands. There's lots more to the custom field and you can read more about it by clicking the help icon here. Board texture is broken down into flop, turn, and river. The board cards let you filter for specific community cards. You can filter for flush, straight, and paired textured boards along with the number of possible straight draws for each street. Let's go ahead and do a quick filter. We'll say the flop has a high card of 9 and that it's all the same texture. Now when we look at the report, you'll notice the flop has no cards higher than a 9 and the flop texture is the same for all 3 cards. The hand values filters use a slider for your overall hand strength, along with flush and straight draw hand strength. Adjust these sliders to get a range of hands to filter for. The advanced page allows you to filter for your specific hand strength and draw strength. Betting actions is similar to the quick filters. Just select a yes, no, or any for any of the betting actions. Betting lines lets you quickly return hands based on your betting actions. Start by using the simple line builder, and once you're comfortable with the simple line builder, the advanced action filters will be easy to understand. Let's go ahead and make a filter where I raised first pre-flop, then called a 3-bet. And if I called again, that means I called a 4-bet. When I run this filter, you'll see I only have one hand in my 110,000 hand database that meets this filter. This is the perfect example of why you want to use the least amount of filters possible to return the hands you want to review. Bet sizing lets you filter bets based on the street, whether you made the bet or are facing a bet, and the size of the bet. Hopefully you have a basic understanding of how filters are applied to reports and situational views. Use these filters to find areas where you can improve your poker game. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the tables.